It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.
Okay, welcome back to my shop. Yeah, well, you're in my shop, but welcome back to my channel. I was supposed to go out tonight. I just finished a video. I was hurrying up to get it done, so I go out with my wife. It's snowing outside. It's Pennsylvania, which, you know, we're used to the snow. But apparently the place we were going to go closed early because everybody was afraid of the snow. We only got like 4 inches. That's nothing. And the snow plows are out and everything like that. And I was really ready to go. If you saw the last video, I was dressed up. I was all psyched. I had my contacts in. I'm like, yeah, let's go have some fun. Because I've had a bad couple weeks. I mentioned before my mom died and had to deal with a funeral, and then the very next week my son got married. So, you know, have to be happy for that, and I'm happy for him. I really am. But I didn't want to ruin his wedding because I'm still thinking about my mom. It's just been very trying. Plus, I had a game show to do, which we lost. Yeah, we lost. But anyway, it got me thinking. Since I have nothing to do, waiting for her to come home, I do a really quick video. This might be a rant video, or I'm just gonna talk. I mean, who knows? You never know what I'm gonna say. But one thing I have noticed this year, and it's only February 2024, in case you're watching this like 2 years later, Carl Weathers passed away. One of my favorite actors. I loved him in The Mandalorian. Of course, I liked him in Rocky 3. And who can forget Happy Gilmore? You know, it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. And then he did that creepy thing when he was dead and played the piano. That's I'm surprised that it hasn't been passed around on YouTube, but I don't know. I thought it was nice. And then, of course, Toby Keith died. And, of course, he had stomach cancer. And, you know, here's prayers for his family and everything like that. I get it. That's why I'm drinking out of a red Solo cup tonight. Here's to Toby Keith and all the beautiful music he made. It's just, there's been a lot of deaths so far this year. And that's kind of sad. I'm not going to dwell on that, though. Just going to talk about stuff. I was looking through my channel tonight, the analytics and everything like that, and I didn't realize I went from 2,500 subscribers up to 2,800 subscribers. What's the exact number here? The exact number is, I'm on the wrong page. Walshack. 2,830 subscribers, which I appreciate each and every one of you. I've been doing this channel for 9 years. This is actually my second YouTube channel. The first channel was back when I was a shock jock DJ, and I shut that channel off because when I retired, I just decided that I didn't want to be that guy anymore. I was doing stand-up comedy back then. I was doing DJing. It was a fun time in my younger years. I know something happened over the past 10, 15 years to change me. It's called getting married. Been married to my wife. It'll be 14 years here in April. And I know you never see my wife in these videos. There's one video she's in. I did a cooking video where I made breaded pork chops, and you can see at the very end she's tasting them. She doesn't want to be filmed. She doesn't want to do these videos. She's not into it, and I'm okay with that because I get to keep this for myself. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know every once in a while I do a rant video, or sometimes I just talk. Oh, this is one of those talky videos, and there's nothing specific I want to talk about tonight. So, well, I mentioned the channel, so let's go into the channel. And I do a lot of different videos about a lot of different things. I do Star Wars. That seems to be one of the most popular subjects that I cover. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and Star Wars toys. I restore antique Star Wars toys or vintage Star Wars toys. I have my own things that I make. It's on my eBay page, Jenner Custom Toys on eBay. Yeah, I got to plug myself a little bit. And then I've been not heavily, but I've been into the VR thing lately. And, you know, I'm older, so it's just funny because I'm 55. I'll be 56 here in May. And I still like to play video games when I have time. Not like I used to. I don't sit down and play for like 10 hours all day like some of these young kids do and get really good at it. I'm just an old man that likes to have fun. And the VR thing is really cool. The last video I did was about Meta Horizon Worlds. And it's what I'm into now, and they're free, which, you know, if you know me, I don't like to spend a lot of money on anything. But the game I've been playing reminds me of Quake 2 and Quake 3 Arena, which I played back in the 90s. Which that's probably the only game I actually fell and got addicted to. A bunch of my friends and I, we used to play online, and we'd do a conference call so we could talk to each other, because back then you didn't have to talk over the video games. Well, this is the closest thing I've ever come to with it, and I've honestly made a lot of good online friends, not real friends, but people to play with, and it's just a lot of fun. So check out that video, and if you have a Quest, well, I have a Quest 2. If you have a Quest 2, Quest 3, try out the Horizon Worlds. I'm having a lot of fun in it. It's a good stress relief whenever you just want to get away and just have fun. The other videos I do is like the resin instructions. I teach people how to make stuff in resin. Those are kind of older videos. My most popular video ever was I taught people how to make a resin pressure pot for under $10, and to this day it's probably still gets the most views per month. It's up to like 100 and some thousand views, which for me that's good. I mean, yeah, I'm not in this to get a million views or a million followers. I don't want a million views, a million followers, because I'm not that guy. I don't do the flashy stuff. You're not going to be like desensitized, or what's the word for it? Overly stimulated by stupid lights and talking really, really fast, and especially whenever they talk about stuff they don't know, because I hate when they do that. I'm just a guy in a basement when it comes down to it. I mean, seriously, this is not a green screen. This is my basement. This is where I do all my videos. Sometimes I pull the green screen out and I'll put a nice picture behind me if it's something that, I think doesn't really deserve the basement mess behind me. I mean, it's just what I do. My cooking videos, I do that because, well, it means a lot to me. I'm a retired chef. I officially retired in October. I still love to cook. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But I retired in October. Now all I got is the Jenner Custom Toys things on eBay, and I'm good. I'm older, I'm good. I literally am retired. And I'm very happy about that, and I hope it stays that way. Toby Keith. So, I mean, that's basically the stuff I talk about. I do rants every once in a while. Some are good, some are bad. I'm looking through my videos right now to see if there's anything I missed. I'll review a toy every once in a while. That's more the Star Wars thing. Another video game from the Quest VR. I like doing the Gen X videos. I did a video a while back, how Gen X we used to play when we were kids, and I felt like playing like a 10-year-old, so I did. I went out in the yard and set up some Star Wars figures and the Death Star, and I blew the hell out of it with some firecrackers, because that's what we used to do. Kids today don't understand that. Most of their plays is on their phone or Xbox or whatever they're playing, and that's fine. That's going to be their childhood. Their childhood is different than mine, and the generation before me, their childhood was different. I mean, their childhood was different than mine too. Every generation has their own childhood, and you should hold that sacred and special in your heart. For instance, I've talked to my dad before when he was a little kid. Well, my dad passed away 20 years ago, but when I talked to my dad about what his childhood was like, he'd tell me stories about going to the movie theater with a nickel and have to bring back change, and the typical old man stories. But one of his toys, when he was probably about 8 or 9 years old, was just a hoop and a stick. And they used to run up and down the road with this hoop and stick, and it was like a big deal back then. It kept them happy. That was one of his good memories. And kick the can and different things like that. They actually played that, and that's what they had in their childhood. And you can laugh now because it's silly when it comes to how our childhood was, and the generation after me, their childhood, they don't understand because they didn't have to do it. But growing up in the 70s and 80s, we were outside all the time. There wasn't nothing else to do. We didn't have the video games till the Atari 2600 came out. We literally would get kicked out of the house on a weekend day, get out, go play, come home when the street lights are on. And we did. And if we didn't come home when the street lights were on, we got our asses whooped. They don't do that anymore either, because kids don't go anywhere. So, what else do I talk about? I did a Chuck E. Cheese video. Yeah, like I said in the video, I've never been to Chuck E. Cheese in my entire life, but I worked at a restaurant called Major Magics, which was like a clone of Chuck E. Cheese, and I have some stories in that. Oh, I got angry one night and I did a rant video about toxic Star Wars collectors. That I still stand by that. I still stand by that. Check it out. Rebel Transport. Just going down the list, trying to keep it interesting. Tonight's video was about a stand to put your Dianogo on. I'm just going to show you real quick. I showed you how to make this. If you're a Star Wars guy, because not all my subscribers are Star Wars people. Some of y'all are the resin lessons and cooking people. That's why I like my channel. I like doing what I do because it's diverse. And like now, sometimes I'll just talk about what's on my mind. And if you're still here, hey, that's awesome. That is awesome. And I'm really surprised nobody made fun of my beard yet. Yeah, the beard. You want to know about the beard? I'm going to tell you about the beard. October 31st, for Halloween, I shaved everything. Well, get your mind out of the gutter. I shaved everything. My goatee, what mustache I did have, my head hair, which, it grew back. I was Captain Spaulding for the last Halloween party I did, because we did 4 Halloween parties for Halloween. And the last one was Captain Spaulding, so shaved it all off, and a little bit of beard I had left, I went for it. And it was a lot of fun. And I had already, that was the same month I retired, and because I used to be a chef, I really couldn't, legally I could have grown a beard, but I didn't feel comfortable with it because I'm handling people's food, and there's hair everywhere, and honestly, it grosses me out whenever I see somebody cook and they have all the facial hair. But I've always wanted to grow a beard. It's basically number 1 on my bucket list. So now's the perfect time until something happens. If I have to go back to work, then I'll shave it off. But for now, this is since October. This is February. And I'm going to see what's up. If I still have, I talked about my wife, if I still have it this coming October, then I'm going to start paying attention, and I'm going to join one of those beard contests. There's one in Pittsburgh coming up in 2025. It's either January or February. I knew the date earlier, but I can't remember now. Why not? Why not? Try something new. I love trying new stuff. Yep, that's why I have a beard, because I wanted to. The mustache, I'm working on a handlebar mustache, as you can see. I had a handlebar mustache years ago. My youngest daughter dared me to do it, because I've always just had the regular mustache and the goatee. You've seen my other videos. My daughter one day, she's like, "Dad, you should grow a handlebar mustache." "Oh, you don't have the guts." I wish I had a picture to pop up right now, because I didn't know I was going to talk about that. But I did, and it went like this. I started curling it with basically, like, there's a AA battery. I used to curl it with a AA battery and spray it, and it would stay. I didn't even treat it tonight. It's just, this is just staying up on its own. But eventually, I went from a AA battery to a toilet paper roll. It was huge. We went to an amusement park that summer, my wife, my kids, and I had like 3 kids ask me if they could take a selfie with the epic handlebar mustache, and my goatee was down to here. It was weird. I didn't expect that to happen, but it was weird, and I had fun. What else did I want to talk about? I didn't really want to talk about anything super important tonight. I just wanted to make a quick personal video. Like I said, I've had a rough 2 weeks and everything with my mom's funeral. I finally got it over, so now I'm just, I'm still, that's on my mind, and I don't know, it's kind of therapeutic for me. Like, if you see my videos, I have no problem admitting that I have depression, anxiety, and stuff like that. And this is one of the ways that I outlet it. And, most people are understanding. Some people leave nasty comments, but they get filtered out and deleted, because my channel's about positivity when it comes down to it. Every once in a while I bitch about something, but, nasty comments and stuff like that, we don't need that. Bye. Not a problem. What else? Let's just do a real quick thing about my most top videos on here, because that's what we were talking about. I talked about the pressure pot video. Oh, I did a replica video. It's just more to the Quest 2 thing again. A replica is a AI companion, and I was just messing with it. I just basically did it so I could make a few videos and review it. And I got a lot of backlash on that from people. Man, I had to delete more comments than I left up on there. Apparently, it's a big deal for some people. For me, I was just playing around trying to get the same messed up stuff. But some of these people take it so seriously. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. They're using it for therapy. I'm not down on them. But man, did they get mad at me just for just trolling around on it. I wasn't trolling a real person. I was trolling a robot. And I got so many negative comments saying, you know, I was an asshole for saying this and making him do that. Oh, you're abusing a robot. I didn't even do anything that bad. I just made him say, like, poop, fart, and let's shave hamsters. And I got blown up in the comments. I deleted all the way. Hell, I even had a death threat on the one. That one, YouTube actually deleted that one for me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. There are people out there that are crazier than me, and that's pretty bad. All right, what else we got here? I did a yak-based video about wondering if the remakes are killing the hobby. Got a little bit of backlash on that. It was just an honest question, though. I mean, if you're a Star Wars person, they just put out the new Return of the Jedi, what's it called, the retro collection, and they're reprinting older figures. And my question was, not the reprinting these older figures is because the vintage one costs so much money. Is it going to drop in price now and it's just going to kill that market? Or, I don't know. It was an honest question. Still, people started yelling at me. I'm like, are you kidding me? It was an honest question. Oh, my restoration videos. Every once in a while when I do a restoration, and I do a lot of them, if it's a really hard one, I'll videotape it and I'll throw it up on the channel to help other people. So if they're doing it at home, they can see what I did. And, I just try to be interesting, but I'm also using my own interests in the videos. Another replica video, how to card your own action figures. That was another one. Somebody just commented, oh, you're doing it all wrong. There is no right or wrong way. The results is what matters. Dark side of collecting. I do every once in a while I'll put the dark side of collecting. I had my friend Brian. He brought a Death Star playset actually, and he brought it over the house. He was all happy, and we went through it, and we found out like a lot of the pieces were reproductions, and yeah, that was an interesting time. So that's enough about my YouTube channel. Other people's YouTube channels, I do still follow the ones I've always followed. I follow Junkman. I just think he's funny. He does a lot of satire, and he catches a lot of shit from it too, because people actually think that like he is that way. Let me tell you something. He's not. He's actually a cool dude. But you have to understand satire. I like satire myself too, and every once in a while I'll do a satire thing. In fact, I used to do a satire series with a puppet and my impression of Carl from Sling Blade. My least popular video series, I might add, but I thought it was funny, so I kept doing it, and I still might do it every once in a while because I think it's funny. And here's the thing: is if you don't like it, well, you can always not watch it. Let it go. Let somebody else watch it. My last video I did, let me find it, is one of the Gen X video ones, the one about the Horizon Worlds I was telling you about on Quest 2. It was last weekend. I only got 20 views. I don't care. I wanted to do the video. You want to check that out? Check it out. I don't do the YouTube thing for money. I do it because I think something's funny. I want to share with you guys. Yeah, I didn't even make fun of that. I just basically showed you. The next video I want to do as far on that subject is I want to compare the Horizon World, which I happen to love. I want to compare that to, it's called VR Chat. It's another social media platform. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but I'm going to compare Horizon Worlds to VR Chat, which I just started playing last night. So, that's coming up. And I always take suggestions, like even this video. If you're still here, leave me a suggestion on the bottom, what you might want me to do a video about. If I'm interested in it, I'll do it. My cooking videos never been popular. It's usually popular on family and friends, but they never took off. Not worried about it. I'll still teach you how to cook something. All you gotta do is ask. Yeah, funny story about cooking. Valentine's Day was the other day, and my wife and I don't celebrate Valentine's Day because, well, it's just, we both don't care about Valentine's Day. We have our reasons. I love her. I tell her I love her every single day. I don't need a day set out of the year just to say, oh, I love you, here's a rose. Plus, she's allergic to it, so saves me a lot of money. But anyway, so I completely forgot it was Valentine's Day because I'm just getting over the funeral and my son's wedding. And Wednesday, I was working down here trying to get caught up on stuff I sold on my eBay store, Jenner Custom Toys. And I got hungry. And we had 2 pizzas in the refrigerator, which we've been munching on all weekend because we've been busy. So we had these pizzas. And I'm like, I didn't want any pizzas. So I went up there and I made beef stroganoff. But I didn't have the right noodles for it. I didn't have the right meat for it. So I used ground beef and I used some rotini pasta. And I just made something. It took me 10 minutes to make. As long as it took me the time it takes to cook the pasta, which is about 10 minutes. And we ate it. She liked it. And then later in the evening, I'm like, holy shit, it's Valentine's Day. And I just basically gave my wife hamburger helper. Now, being a retired chef, that kind of makes me an asshole. Yeah. I made up for it tonight, though. Before she went to work, I made a really good meatloaf. My meatloaf, I could win competitions with that meatloaf. I made some homemade baked mac and cheese. I made some nice mashed potatoes, a little bit of gravy on there, some steamed broccoli. I said, here, honey, I love you. I'm so sorry about Wednesday. You know what? She didn't even care about Wednesday. She didn't care about Valentine's Day. She was just happy not to eat pizza, too. That's how great my wife is. But I did make up for it tonight. I made her a nice dinner. What else is going on? Don't really know. You guys should start leaving comments. Give me more stuff to talk about. Toby Keith. Yeah, there's not much else going on. I don't feel like reading viewer comments right now. More videos of video games I've been playing. Yeah, nothing really super interesting. I haven't really had time to make the videos that I was making. I have a couple ideas coming up. I told you about I'm going to compare VR chat to Horizon Worlds. I kind of been into the Batman movies lately, like all of them, from the very first one, Michael Keaton, all the way up to the last one. I have some things to say, but I'm not a movie reviewer, and the way I'm going to take it, I'm going to guess, okay, I can just tell you this part. I think I'm going to take all the actors that played Batman, and I'm going to line them up, and I'm going to pick my favorites from number 1 down to number whatever. And quick little video to let you know why. Yeah, if you're into DC Comics, you're into Batman, might be a good discussion. So that's one idea I have. I still haven't done sitting right here actually, the body cam bingo I want to do. Bunch of, like, if you ever watch the body cam videos on YouTube, I have a whole list of stuff that we can make into a bingo card, and I think it'd be great to play that somehow. I don't know, maybe a Zoom meeting or play it live online. I don't know. I don't do a lot of live videos. I think I might ask Junkman if he wants to get in on that, and we can all do it together. But we'll see. Well, like I said, that's about all I had to say tonight. It's just kind of a pointless video. I just wanted to talk. If you're still here, hey, I appreciate it, man, or woman. I appreciate it. Leave me some comments. Leave me suggestions of what to do for other videos. What do you like? My channel's not all about what I like. I mean, maybe we'll cross over to things that we both like. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, hey, I'll catch you later. Thanks for sticking around this long. I love you guys, and bye.
It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.